Okay. I don't know what's going on with this app, you guys. My stand is not built for vertical. Anyways, Nature Infused Dash here, foraging with Bigfoot. No idea why my settings are the wrong way. I do not like this. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna have to live with it. Yep, I don't know what's going on. So, I don't know why I'm vertical and not horizontal. It worked. Hello, Julie. I guess it worked. I don't know. Am I vertical or horizontal to you guys? Because I'm not used to this format. So, sorry if it's wobbly. Hello, Dylan. Anyways, welcome. So, I wanted to maybe touch on glyphs. Would love to hear your guys' comments or perspectives. I'm really not sure what glyphs are. Back in July, on my woman's expedition, we were doing glyphs to see if we could get communication with Sasquatch, and now it seems to be coming full circle and they are presenting glyphs. So whether it's parallel or an X, they're starting to appear. And then even with the structure with the head in the middle. Hello, Gil, I believe. Is that how you pronounce it? Sorry if that's not how. But yeah, anyways, would love to hear your guys' comments, questions on any of that. Looking back, let me know if you guys can hear me as well. Yeah. But looking back on September 4th, when we found the X, I was going through one of my videos and posting it on Instagram about grounding. And I heard them say, thank you, Julie, look in the background because that's where the X was. And I was like, oh, so I screenshot my video and I zoom in. And the X, before they made it the X, it was parallel. Like they were both parallel to each other. So again, I don't know, you guys. What are the meanings of, hello, the Vernon 52? The meaning of, people call them glyphs. I don't know if that's correct. Could be. I'm not too sure. Hello, Andy. Boom. Thank you for joining, all of you. Appreciate you guys being here. Love it. But anyways, so I'll touch on when it was the X and we found the circle with the head in the middle. And we decided to walk down the path where, again, that weekend is where we saw the glowing eyes, and Todd and Katie, I believe, were going to go after the Sasquatch, but they decided to not follow. Anyways, when we walked down the path, after finding the X and the circle, there was two sticks that were side by side, again, parallel of each other, and they were smaller. I'm like, oh, that's strange. And Kim's like, yeah, notice what you notice. And they both, like, it looked like something placed it there. And then we walk, I don't know, I'd say 10 to 20 feet, learning yards. But I'll stick with the feet, 10 to 20 feet. And there was two more sticks parallel of each other, but they were longer. I thought, oh, cool. Hello, Dylan. Anyways, feel free to comment. I would love to know, the meanings of what you guys feel. But as I found the other one, Todd and the girls went down the path. I veered off because I like to follow the energy of the Sasquatch. And we were walking side by side, so again, parallel. And they gave me an image and they mind spoke and they said, look, you're parallel of Todd. So Todd's when we're walking, he'd be to my left. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I even pointed that out to Todd going, oh, we are parallel. And they showed me that. And there, when we got further down the path, I found some interesting structures. And again, you do see in the video, I think it's Bigfoot hide and seek, you do see Todd explain that structure. So I did find that. I feel they were trying to guide you to something. Yes, the Vernon 52. So this is what I'm going to get. So now discovering this today, the X, not being the X, and they were parallel, I'm like, no, they want me to follow something. So now going back out there next week, I'm going to follow. I'm going to notice what I noticed, because obviously I had to come back. To me, this is what it seems. I had to come back. Notice that the X wasn't an X prior to it being put there. And then I heard them go, now follow the parallel. So I'm definitely going to go and follow that and see what I can discover. Having this awareness, like it's like my perspective, I have more of an eagle's eye view, I guess, of the whole situation, which is cool. And again, I do feel like they're trying to guide me to something. Absolutely. Thank you, Andy, for the hit the thumbs up. Thank you. What is the closest you have been to a Bigfoot? I mean, they were, I guess, again, I'm not good with the yards. I'd say 10 to 20 feet behind me from the fire. So even on the same trip that I'm talking about now, might have been the Sunday night, I heard them whistling behind me. So it would have been in the same location as my first time ever when I experienced Sasquatch out there, when they left the prints, when they were sitting there spying on us when we were at the fire, not realizing that they were that close. But he kept whistling, and then I would whistle, then he would whistle, I would whistle, he would whistle, but it wasn't a loud whistle, you guys. Like he was playing with me, and it was so cool that I got that kind of response. And Kim heard it. So that was nice to kind of, have that other knowing of a physical being, of a human. Julie, if they are interdimensional, that's parallel. Exactly. So I do agree, like parallel, it's your timelines too, right? So it's notice what you notice, and definitely like definitely keeping myself grounded. I can allow excitement to come in a lot, so I'm really trying to work on anchoring the presence and sending that excitement and fear down to Mother Earth, and really holding space in my heart and being ready. I don't even want to say being ready, but that's what I'm feeling a lot of. So anyways, to the question of the how close have I been to, where did it go? To a Sasquatch. Oh, to a Bigfoot, closer than you've been. So then the other times, I guess they were playing in the bush down below camp, and I would say, I don't know, I'll quote 100 to 200 yards. And when I saw them walking on the Gifting Hills, again, goodness, I'd say about 200 yards, where he was moving at the top of the hill. So we were at the bottom, Todd and I, and he's like, oh, do you see that? And he had to push me because the tree was in front of me. Like, he didn't push me, like he just gently guided me so I could see up the hill into what he was looking at. And I saw them walking, or him, one individual walking, and so that was interesting. So I mean, it's been definitely a distance, other than the guy behind me whistling, and the one first time ever, not knowing until the second day that he was standing there behind me, and Gabby. Dylan, I think we all agree they are super smart. Absolutely. Thanks everyone for the thumbs up. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, all of you, for being here. What do you think about the dog man? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm guided to stay more on Sasquatch, as it doesn't, I feel it more of a loving presence, that it's connected to the part of nature that I stay connected to, and I am not sure about Dogman. No idea. I ask people just to have an understanding of it, because I am out there and I don't know. I don't want to be ignorant or have a not knowing, but as far as I've never had interactions or anything that I'm aware of, so I don't know. Doug, I used to whoop at 1 after dark and live behind our house. Cool. You always whoop back at me. I only saw it twice. So on, I guess the last time I was out there must have been on the 4th. I felt like there was a lull, like they wanted to play, and I heard pick up the bat and hit some rocks. So I did. All of a sudden I swear you start getting the knocks again. It's so much fun. Like I love it. Like I'm so thankful that they interact the way they do when I'm out there. Vernon 52, I also getting that what they are guiding you to will be something that is key to getting closer to them vibrationally, more structures. Be open-hearted as you go forward. Yes, right? Being open-hearted, open and allowing too, like being present, feeling, and again that comes with the heart, feeling with the hands, they're both connected. Definitely onto something with the structures. They're definitely trying to teach me something with that. They show me like an image of the tree break. So like here you got the tree break, it goes up and then they break it. And then they point at this energy going like, there's something here. And I'm like, I don't know what they're trying to show me. It's very hard to perceive sometimes as my gifts, I guess. I use them in my abilities and stuff a lot more. They become clear. And again, it's just a learning experience for myself as well. I didn't think I'd be on this trail at all, but the universe always works for us. But yeah, and then in the structures, I feel the energy. Like it's like I feel their energy. I'm guided, and boom, holy cow, where'd that come from? There's some structures, or there's bends with like, I don't even know, like whoop-de-doos. But going back out with the knowing of more of the glyphs and seeing what they're communicating with the glyphs is going to be interesting. Staying open-hearted and moving forward that way, for sure. Strengthening, and I strengthen through, meditation, into the Akashic records with just strengthening, that kind of stuff energetically, and just really growing. So when I'm not in the bush, I'm growing, emotionally, mentally, and physically, so I can stay clear, so I can hear the messages come in. And I find, keeping that high vibrational, I'm really hearing keep it simple. Like that's with even food, keep it simple, keep it simple. Hello, Larry. Welcome. Or Wade from Idaho. And yeah, it's just really strengthening that, keeping it simple with food, with practice of meditation, yoga practice, keeping, just keeping that the vessel, and then like your column of light to earth and to source clear. And I find that that's a really big message that I'm hearing lately, especially with all the people that seem to be sick. Like, wow, it's like, yep, okay, I'm really got to make sure I'm following and respecting myself. And then again, it's that self-respect, right? Even Sasquatch, they want to be respected. I find that they want, they're done. Hello, Jen from Fort Lauderdale. They don't want to be chased. What if you guys were like living peacefully in the woods and all these people would come out looking for you and searching for you? Like, you wouldn't want that, right? I know I wouldn't want that. Maybe some of you would want that. But I find when we are more present and we are just being, which again, we're human beings, not human doings. We've been programmed to be doing all the time. So as I sit, and really anchor in and be present, be open, just flow with the energy of nature, they like to come in and play. And again, it's like, I'm supposed to figure out this puzzle. It's like, I don't know what this puzzle is. You have to get quieter, Ashley. Close the eyes. Okay. right? That's another big message. Close the eyes and listen. But it's not just like listen to like noise, vocal noise. It's listen to the messages that are coming in as you receive them from Sasquatch and or spirit. The Vernon 52, how many times have you caught a glimpse of them? I'd say I'm looking at like 5 times that I'm aware of that I've caught a glimpse. Yeah. And a glimpse, it's like, it's quick. It's quick. It's like a flash. It's like, here I am, and then it's gone, you know, about 5 times. And never, you know, never do I have the wanting or the needing to grab my camera and take a picture. I find that my experience is deeper than that. I do communicate, set my intention when I go out and I go, this is what happens, you know, I have my phone in my pocket, or I don't, you know, I don't want them to think I'm sneaking around with a device. I do like taking my pictures. And, you know, sorry if the camera is shaking. This tripod is not very stable. I apologize, you guys. So yeah, I'll set that intention and go into the bush. And most of the time I don't even think about my phone when I catch that glimpse of them. It's like, whoa, that's happening. Edward, can I send you a gifting rock to gift to the Sasquatch? Yeah, you can always gift a rock to the Sasquatch. I was definitely gonna bring well, they wanted something blue from me, and I have it. I'm gonna go out there and not plant it, but gift it to them. And I think I'm gonna add on to the structure that they've left, unless I'm guided some other direction when I'm out there. That possibly could happen. Andy, Ash, what do your senses tell you? Will Sasquatch eventually sit down and eat an apple with you? Yeah, or exchange something. And I do, you know, like I don't know when that is. Like, of course, the ego side, the more physical side would be like, oh, I want that right now, right now, right now, right? But they're giving me the lessons. Am I perceiving them? I hope so. I'm working on it. Am I learning? Am I listening? And I'm doing like the best that I can. And sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm a perfectionist, like I need to, you know, be working on it. It's like, whoa, what you resist persists. And that is kind of, if I'm not just being, sometimes I have to slow down and just be open, so I can hear my lessons. And yes, I think I do feel that they want to sit down, and I don't believe it's a sit down. It's more like the image that they show me, Andy. It's like I've been taken to a no, okay, I haven't been taken. They've guided us to, and us as being Todd, because I feel that they feel that I feel safer because he's had these experiences with them. I don't know, but they've guided us. And if we're at this, I would say it must be where they, you know, all, it's like a ceremonial ground is what I feel, what I perceive. So I'm taking this image, I'm explaining it as best as I can. And we're all standing around. So it's like I'm on one side of the circle and Todd's on the other. And it's like the head, I don't even want to say head, but like the leader and Todd are there. And then I'm across. Then there's others sitting there or standing. We're all standing. So I don't know. There's something with that. Hello, Brian. That's as much as I can perceive at the moment. Beautiful sweater, by the way. Thank you, Dylan. I think they wouldn't accept anything or make contact with us. I think they wouldn't accept anything or make contact with us. What do you mean they wouldn't accept anything? Because like even when they, well, they do make. I don't know what kind of contact are you talking about? is what my question is to you, Dylan. Like, contact, maybe, I don't know, because like when I said in July, I want, you know, like, can we hide the rock, see if they'll play hide and seek, and they gave us that. Oh, I don't know. It's like they're accepting my ask or my intention of, I want to play. Do you guys want to play? Jen, something blue. How about organic blueberries? I didn't even think of that. That's a good idea. Dylan, physically anyway, why would they risk a disease? Yeah. Yep. I don't know what to say to that. Julie, one shown themselves to me in my home as I was falling asleep because I was sending a message. Cool. The Vernon 52. Sorry if you didn't hear me read that question. The Vernon 52, I saw one in Idaho crossing a logging road, not 50 feet from me, and I had a camera around my neck. I didn't even think about taking a picture. I was so in awe, right? Exactly. There's so much awe that you're, you know, it's like you're hitting this cognitive dissonance, right? Like, whoa, am I really seeing this? And you know, I ask the Vernon 52, I ask Sabe to present themselves like that to me every time I drive into the research site, just to maybe help me with that, knowing exactly what they look like in that full perspective of, whoa, okay, that's, you know, I see pictures, I see glimpses, but yeah. Doug, on my first sighting, I got to watch one walking for several minutes. That's nice. What an awesome but scary experience. See, exactly. That's amazing. Good for you. That would be spectacular. And again, like, who knows? I would not even know or perceive how I would react or respond in that situation. That's why I ask when I'm driving, right? At least I feel somewhat, even though I'm sure, you know, they can break a window. Dylan, do you think we could make them sick, is what I'm saying? Honestly, I'm going to say, I mean, I don't feel so. And I guess I would be speaking more on an energetic level. Are they going to interact with or be at that close of contact with someone that would get them sick? Because I mean, they probably wouldn't touch the object. Again, if you were to gift an apple, and let's say you were toxic, you know, in your own body, you don't make the right choices, and you put that, I think they would be like, no, I'm not touching that. That could, you know, they can feel the energy. They can, obviously, I believe that they can see the energetics, even like, is this person sick? You know, I don't really, their immunes are probably so amazing because it's like they're out in nature all the time. They're grounded all the time. They've never had poisoned food, you know, like it's hard to say. Really, it's really hard to say, Dylan. Edward, this rock is part rock, which is greenish on top, and the bottom is almost like an amber color. Glass, it come out of a cave. That's interesting. That is cool. Dylan, interesting answer, very insightful. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going with what I feel. And they've taken apples from people that have had a cough, so, you know, I just gotta remember, they're so amazing. They're gonna know what's right. They have that intuition, they have those abilities, those gifts to really go, no, not touching that. You know, that's why, like, it's just, they just know. They have that knowing for sure. Julie, I admire your spiritual connection and think it's more important than the sight. Yes, I'll agree, but sometimes that's where the ego, the mind, the logical side of me, and I think a lot of others, goes, I want that physical, I want to see them. Well, what happens when you see them? Like, I've seen glimpses of them, you know, it's like, I'm still gonna want more, and not in a greedy way. Like, I love my lessons. Would I change anything from the experiences I get to have? Absolutely not. I'm so grateful for all the experiences, and oh, they have my back, right? Like, they know everything I'm doing to up level as a human being, as consciousness, right? And that just reflects, like, I want to be the best mom. I want to be the best, partner for, my other half. Just being that unconditional love and breaking through all of these things that were put upon us, not even knowing that they were put upon us until you wake up and go, holy cow, really? Emily, beautiful. Thank you. So beautiful you are. Thank you. Appreciate your guys' kind words. I will receive. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Always appreciated. And again, I'm sorry for, not being on for the past 2 weeks. It just can get crazy busy sometimes. Sometimes I go, I'll just jump on a live and see who attends. So I definitely appreciate you guys' support. Anyone else have any insight on glyphs? That'd be great. Any experiences with them? I have had people say the X means like put a gift, like a gifting aspect, which I was looking back through my photos and I did see we were drawing the symbols on the ground and there was an X, and then they wanted us to put a gift here and a gift there. So again, just playing with what comes in and what they wanted, what they would like from me, from us. Dylan, the spiritual aspect escapes me with my sighting because it saw me stood up off faster than a deer. Yeah, spiritual aspect escapes me with my sighting because it saw me, stood up, and took off faster than a deer. Saw me and stood up. Oh, so you, or Sasquatch, took off faster than a deer when they saw you? Is that what you're saying, Dylan? Is that my... Sorry if I'm not understanding that correctly. Well, yeah, and see, and then it's like, because there's like, I don't know, they would know that people are there. They did that for a reason, and it makes, I believe, doesn't mean it's true, but I believe that they will present themselves with whatever that person is ready for, or whatever the message is around their interaction with you. So maybe they wanted to see what you would do. Oh, look at that, you guys. See, exactly. I'm like, what is behind me? I hear walking. Oh, so Mr. Buck wants to join us on this live. Hey, guy. Oh, funny. Isn't that hilarious? Okay. Gotta keep my eye on him. I don't want him to like... They are wild, and I do have a side of me that goes, they're wild, they can just attack you. Well, no, why would he walk up right behind me? Oh, crazy. So Edward, I believe that they know you may... Okay, there I go, jumping. Just a squirrel. I believe that they know you may be even better than you know yourself. Oh, yes, they know me better. Yeah, absolutely. And they know you're a good person and mean no harm. Well, thank you. I agree. See, oh, look, there he is again. Hello. You guys just have my back, okay? Just watch. Jen, they have been spotted around high radiation areas, but they do not seem to be affected. Right. Because they're grounded enough. For sure, like they don't, it's a message. Yes, Julie, it's a message. Tell me what kind of message that is. He just likes my presence, maybe. I don't know. They're always here. I had a message from a skunk the other night. Walked right up on him, and I'm like, whoa, grabbed my son's arm. I'm like, yep, that's a skunk. We're not going any closer to that. I just asked them to give me something to help you connect with them, and this is what I got. Be open, relax, let go, and release. And that order impressed on me as important. Thank you, the Vernon 52. Appreciate that. So yes, it definitely is a message. But anyways, back to the radiation area. It's because they're so static. So like I work and I sell and I help people understand the aspect of grounding and why they need to be doing that daily in their lives, and how grounding really is good for circulation. And the one thing that we can be doing, okay, I don't want you right beside me. They do have antlers, you guys. And so the circulation, and even as us humans go through this fall into transition into fall into winter, keep your circulation like at high performance. And then again, grounding releases the inflammation. So radiation, they go right back into the wilderness, and if they are exposed, okay, the Vernon 52. I don't have anything for you. Thank you. Yeah, no. You know, I don't want to be on like the show, the bloopers, where a deer comes up to me and attacks me. No, thank you. So I do have that fear, and I'll let it go. Yeah. Whew. I hear the message. I do. Anyways, so the radiation, again, yeah, I can't see them affecting them because they're just too grounded and their circulation's way too good for that. You are connected to nature. Edward, I don't know if the deer rut season is in season. Yeah, it's getting there. That is why, you know, that part of me goes, excuse me. Back up, thank you. Like, egg, whoa, yeah, whoa. You're scared of deer? Yeah, okay. Dylan, Shawnee National Forest at camp. I surprised at walking down a gravel path only groups usually walked. Well, I would say he knew you were going to be there, especially if groups, you know, they know, obviously had to have a knowing of presence, and for them to go, oh, look, here I am. And again, like, there was a message there. You know, I would get quiet in meditation if you meditate, and as they are using the deer as a conduit, Andy, absolutely. They use humans for that as well. When I'm dealing with some humans, it's like, okay, Sasquatch, I know you're working through this person. Thank you. But anyways, sorry, I got distracted. So I would sit and ask spirit guidance, your intuition, and whatever first, like, you get quiet, go for 5 minutes, and then ask the question. If there was a lesson, what kind of lesson was it? Or ask them, how can I learn from what you saw, you know? And usually what comes in at first is your message. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on you guys and make sure that he just stays over there. Andrew, hitchhiker effect possibly with the deer. A Sasquatch may be watching you now. Deer tend to feel safer with humans when they're around. Oh, wow. Now you just made me have flashback to the last expedition. So you remember, guys, when we were talking about the X at the beginning, that same weekend, there was 2 deer there. Wow, Andrew, thanks for that insight. There is definitely something going on there. And I'm gonna have to sit with that. So maybe the next live we'll come back and talk about the hitchhiker, possibly with the deer. Sasquatch may be watching. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe the Sasquatch using the deer as a conduit. Love it. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Yes, I remember. Yeah, I saw deer. So there was a mama and a baby, and it really scared me. And I went running, and Todd's like, "No, you're not supposed to leave." And yet again, I really thought it was like something other than, I thought it was like a wolf coming after me, but no, it was just a baby and a mom. And I was like, oh my goodness, it was kind of embarrassing. Dylan, I remember having two thoughts. One, it's afraid of me. Two, it's not in any books. Laugh out loud. I knew all the animal books by heart by then. Right, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're a kid, then that's definitely, you were tagged. They tagged you. They wanted your energy, and see, here you are still aligned with that. So that's, again, I totally agree with what you're saying. With even now, as being as old as or mature as I am, it's like I have never known Sasquatch to be in a book that we learned in childhood, right? So it's like, whoa, it's that cognitive dissonance. That's okay. So Salve's working through you guys too. The Vernon 52, he's fine. I noticed deer in the background of another of your videos. Does this happen to you often? Yes, it happens to me often. I'll walk out and he'll be laying right there going, "What's up? You want to come join me?" And I'm going, oh goodness. And you know, I seem to pick up what sometimes when they communicate with their body language, it's like they're teaching me. So this means thank you, or however that I'm perceiving. And I do feel that they're really working with me on helping me stay grounded and not have that jumpy or that fear that they're going to attack me. Because you see people like I've been brought up in a world where wild animals are wild, and they will come after you. They'll charge you. And thank you for understanding my caution. Because I mean, he was okay, like that was unusual. I'd have to say the Vernon 52, him walking up right there, and like when he was standing like right here, I swear he looked at my eyes and said, "I want to come closer." And I'm like, oh God, please don't. I don't want to be that casualty of being, you know, attacked. But again, see, they're working with me. As I'm not in the bush, I have other animals that are working. Even like if you guys are following Foraging with Bigfoot on Instagram, I have this little chipmunk that, like, okay, like 2 feet away, and he's coming up and getting nuts and running past me and coming to the feet. It's like, it's pretty cool. When you're ready, you're ready. Eric, yes. Agreed. When we're ready, we are ready. And it might not be when we think we're ready, though. It might be when Sasquatch goes, "Oh, you're ready. Here you go. Here's my physical appearance," or "Here's my whoop. Here's me crashing through the bush. Here's me pushing over the tree. Here's the structure. Here's the fresh tree break. Here's me playing hide and seek with you, with the objects." You know, it's just, when you're ready, you're ready. Absolutely. But yeah, anyways, let's talk about what's coming up. They know when you are ready. Absolutely, they do, don't they, Melanie? Always love seeing you guys here. This is amazing. I feel the same. Andrew, there are a few honest videos out there that show Sasquatch in the distance and deer coming up to humans. Most of the time, not knowing until later as they watch it. Yeah, because as you bring this up, I go back to my experience, and I'm going, whoa, this is seeming to be true. And what Save stand for, you guys? Honesty, transparency, truth. So I really like that. Really, it's cool. Anyways, let's talk about, today is Thursday, going on expedition, leaving next Tuesday. I'm excited, and I'm excited to just get out there and be in nature and get to just be and enjoy the last days of fall, because we up here in Alberta, Canada, tend to get winter at the beginning of November, end of October. So, whew, now going up to the mountain, oh, you guys, I am intimidated. I don't know. Any thoughts on how one can practice heights? Because that goat trail does not sound appealing to me at all. Like, I don't want to fall down a mountain, not with the response. I'm a mom, and I as much as I want to do all of this, it's like I'm not going to risk my life until my child is an adult. And he's not an adult. He still needs his mom. And maybe that's the human ego conditioned version of Ashley. I don't know. But he's important, so that's my intimidation. I'll see once I'm at the top where I've been before and see if I can continue the distance. I mean, it seems to be getting easier as I think about it and feel into it and go, oh, can you? So really would love your guys' help with manifesting and setting that intention for the universe to allow whatever those days of no rain, no snow, because there's definitely no traveling up that part of the mountain with that. So that's, yeah. Edward, I have had deer stomp and snort at me. Yeah, me too. And then sometimes again, okay, you're really bringing up some valid points that you're making me remember experiences. Now, when I was out with Leslie, Sabe was acting like a deer. So this is where Ashley has a cognitive dissonance. No, it's a squealing deer. Squealing deer's, running around. And I'm going, why do I keep perceiving that it's a squealing deer when it's Sasquatch? Like, deer don't move through the bush like that. Deer aren't, usually doing this, but I'm perceiving it because I've had these types of snorting at me and stomping. But when it goes more than that, it's hard. So me and squealing deer and Sasquatch. Oh, you're making me have some awareness around some things, Edward. But also, and also walked up on a deer lying down, and it stood up and just watched me. Only when another deer was coming up behind me did the first deer take off. Very interesting, yeah. Once you hear the quiet, it is easy. Looking like pumpkin spice. I have good feelings about the climb. Oh, thanks, Kim. Kim, FYI, the X was a parallel set of sticks prior to it being an X. Yeah, right? So check out the beginning of this live. Melanie, yes, my teacher, Ash. Oh, me, your teacher? Thanks, Melanie. That's I appreciate those words. The Vernon 52. It is that radium you're going to? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Perceiving something at the moment, being shown something. Okay. Dylan, hard to hear the quiet, Eric, but I remember it. Yeah, it does, it does get quiet, doesn't it? Note, like, it's like the energy actually is still. And again, are we going into parallel realities? Is parallel coming in because it's whatever you mentioned above, Julie? Being a mom is in most important job. Yeah. Go with your feelings and go as far as you feel safe. Absolutely. I will be doing that. An old Indian proverb says that only those who are in touch with their inner spiritual self can see a Sasquatch. Oh, cool. That is, so there you go, Dylan. And kids, they are in tuned. We can learn a lot because, unless, well, yes, the younger, like I look at my kid, never have I questioned or made him think about what he's perceiving as real, or are you sure you're seeing that? Because, man, you're cutting their abilities off, so it's so true. They're still in touch with their inner spiritual self. So Dylan, being a younger version of yourself, you were still had that inner spiritual where they reached out to you. I like that. Thanks, Doug. Eric, when you get out there in nature, the silence is amazing, easy to relax. Yep. Melanie, you have a ton of knowledge. Thank you, lady. Sometimes I have so much I don't even know how to share or where to start. Like, I have so many programs and it's like, I don't know. Bit by bit, I guess. Certain people have that nature connection. Ash is right there, but be safe. Thank you. I will be safe. Andrew, being a mom is your most important obligation, period, bar none. What you're doing is great, but not way let anybody nudge you into anything that would risk. Yeah. Sasquatch mother wouldn't either. Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, I got the message that one younger one does want to touch your hand. So you will need to have hands out at some point to make this happen. Interesting. So like, okay, right, and oh my goodness, I hope you guys can see me. Sorry about that. And anyways, in that vision, it's like we're all holding hands. So that's very, thank you for that, Kim. Appreciate that. Yeah, wow, okay, cool. You guys are all just so amazing. I love what you guys say and share, and just love it. Just helps me tune in even stronger, like just with this whole other aspect and hearing, because you can have that one eye view, but everyone has a different color of shades on, right? Let's put on pink, yellow, green, however it is, and we can learn so much from each other. And especially in this discovery process, which we're discovering ourselves and discovering them at the same time, right? Kim, came to me much like the Monday night message, which ended up being Monday evening. Very interesting. And what happened on the Monday? The Monday is when we found the X in the circle, right? So, Monday. Edward, I can send you some photos of the barefoot tracks I found 2 years in a row along a muddy creek bank at Shelbyville Lake here in Illinois. I would love that. Please share. I would love to see that and connect with that. Thank you, Edward. Melanie, we can learn a lot from one another indeed. Absolutely. I agree with you so much on that, because even like with expeditioners that come out, everyone has that different angle that they're viewing it at, and I love it because I'll never, for the most part, go no and have that reaction, and I'm just open and hearing, right? Like, interesting. Note that, put that in that filing cabinet back over in here so I can touch, because if I am out in the bush and all what you guys are saying comes through and I go, I'm in that, let's say, a situation, and someone's like, and I'll be like, oh, I remember someone saying this, it's that awareness. I love it. The Vernon 52, relative to radium. Again, I got be open, let go, and release. Being open is impressed as most important, because you can't truly relax unless you are open first. Yeah. So that's why I'm going. I'm open and allowing. I'm open and receptive. I'm open. So I hear that all the time too. So thank you for that, Vernon 52. Eric, look into yourself, and the more you see, awareness is so important. Be yourself. Harder than it sounds. Absolutely. It is harder than you sound, because unless you have someone meeting your reflection, sometimes we can't see what we're holding on to let that go. I've had that, Mr. Duckies, I've had that happen majorly. And it's like, whoa, until it hits you in the face, and it's like, I can't believe I was doing that. But you know what? You got to forgive yourself, because we only know what we know until we see that other perspective and we go, okay, I'm not doing that again, right? So I agree. It's definitely more challenging than it sounds. If it was easy, then I think we would be a lot further. I just heard of a sighting in Panther Creek site by Springfield. That's cool. Always feel free to share that. Love looking into that kind of stuff. Colton, want a life tip? Well, I'm going to be careful what I, no. Eric, brilliant. Andrew, the X are not a stay out, they are markers. Right, a path through. Holy cow. Okay, are you channeling Sasquatch? Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Glyphs or trident are a guess. Do not enter our large piles of brush or our gathering of trees is a do not come here. So when you say gathering of trees, piles of brush I do see, and I don't enter that kind of stuff just because it just the energy. The gathering of trees, I'm not sure what you mean by the gathering of trees, like all stuck together. Are they just like, love to have some more insight on what you mean by that. But yes, the X, I feel that they are markers, a path through the forest for sure. See, X marks the spot. We followed the path, which then came the two parallel sticks, structures. Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all your insights. Dylan, interesting, Eric. Also a lot of I don't know what going on, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, and then you got to look at AI. They can do anything with what they're putting out there. So again, if you're looking at stuff, what do you feel when you look at that image? Did you feel it? That's how I've been guided to learn. Like Todd's like, feel it. Does it feel authentic? Does it feel, what did it feel? And me having that experience with their energy, did it resonate? So when someone tried to deceive me and give me a tree break, I kept questioning it. Well, and I kept walking over to it. There was some weird energy. I kept questioning it. Well, why do you keep questioning it? So what I learned was the more you question, the more unlikely it's true. So, and it was a human that did it in to see how Ashley was going to react. Like, what? Okay. Anyways, that's deceiving, and it was very hard to understand how someone could do that, but okay. People are like that. Eric, I think Ash can feel the vibe for where not to go. Andrew, not like a tree, I mean TP, but piles, broken sticks, and I mean like, oh my goodness, warning signal, someone is coming. Okay, so, and I've seen this. I've seen like sticks, like they're all like, you can tell they're from tree breaks, but they're all like piled up together. And I'm like, interesting. I don't understand what their message would be, but I thought it was an odd one. So that's very interesting because I've seen that. Only once or twice I came upon that in the forest. Kim, their energy is very clear and usually there is an emotional response. Yes, right? Yeah. As Todd says, we are domesticated. Well, I don't completely agree with this domestication type stuff, but yes, I understand his perspectives. But we can, I would prefer to be out in nature, and I do everything to avoid going into cities, into towns, and being less domesticated. I would live off grid. I really would, I do like my technology, but it's learning. You're learning with the technology. So I do like that kind of stuff. I do like my warm clothes. I'm not covered in hair. So yeah. Melanie, they visit you in your dreams. For me anyways. Another way to communicate, I truly believe. When I ask them to guide me with dreams, no, it's when they have a major message and Ashley's not learning, that's when they show up in Ashley's dream time. So that's how I've definitely learned dream interpretation with Sasquatch for myself. Man, I am gridlocked. Yeah. Hey Ash, I'm at work, but glad I caught you. Hello, Sarah. Cool, but yeah. Casey, are you taking in the third person? Yes, sometimes I'll talk in the third person. Guess that all depends. Melanie, that's awesome. Yes. Yeah, yeah, that is awesome. But yeah, anyways, you guys, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Guess we'll call that a night. And looking forward to sharing what comes next week on the videos. It looks cold wherever you are. It's mediocre. It's getting there. Great job. Thanks, Eric. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and blessings to all of you. Moving forward, stay healthy. Do you like hibiscus? Yeah, it's not my favorite. They were in my dreams all the time so now I'm getting distracted. Time after my first sighting. See, mine too, Doug. Yeah, I didn't know if it was just for me or what was truly happening. Thank you all for all you do. You're so welcome. Good luck. Be safe. I will be safe, and I look forward to sharing with you guys what happens. And yeah, love. Thank you guys.